Imagine facing the hardest challenges in life, stressful work situations, personal struggles, or even unexpected setbacks, and instead of feeling overwhelmed, you remain calm, focused, and peaceful. Sounds impossible, right? Well, it's not. Stoicism, an ancient philosophy, can teach you how to turn every obstacle into an opportunity for growth and joy. Before we dive deeper, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you won't miss any of our practical tips to master your mindset. Stick around if you want to discover how Stoic principles can completely transform your life, no matter what you're going through. In a world that often feels chaotic, unpredictable, and overwhelming, the search for happiness can seem like a never-ending pursuit. We chase external successes, material possessions, or the approval of others, believing that these things will bring us lasting joy. However, Stoicism, a philosophy that dates back to ancient Greece, offers a different approach to achieving true fulfillment. Founded by Zeno of Citium around 300 BCE, Stoicism teaches that true happiness comes not from external circumstances, but from how we respond to them. It's a mindset that empowers individuals to find peace within themselves, regardless of what life throws their way. At its core, Stoicism teaches us that we cannot control the world around us, people, events, or situations, but we always have control over our thoughts, actions, and attitudes. In the face of adversity, Stoics believe we have a choice. We can either react with frustration, anger, or despair, or we can respond with wisdom, calmness, and resilience. This choice doesn't just apply in times of crisis but in the everyday moments of life. Stoicism encourages us to build a mindset that remains steady and grounded, regardless of what is happening externally. By focusing on what we can control, accepting the things we cannot, and cultivating a life of virtue, gratitude, and mindfulness, Stoicism provides a clear path to crafting a joyful and fulfilling life. It is a practical philosophy, one that emphasizes the power of the mind in shaping our experience of the world. And, most importantly, it teaches us that happiness isn't something to be found in fleeting moments of pleasure or external achievements, but in the strength of our inner character. In this guide, we will explore how the timeless principles of Stoicism can help you cultivate joy and peace, even in the most challenging of times. By understanding and applying these principles, you will learn how to navigate life's obstacles with grace and resilience, fostering a sense of inner tranquility that isn't dependent on external circumstances. It's time to shift the way you approach life and begin building the foundation for a lasting, joyful existence. If you're ready to start applying Stoic principles to your life, don't forget to like and share this video with anyone who needs a dose of wisdom. Leave a comment below telling us which Stoic practice you're excited to begin. And of course, subscribe for more content that helps you live a life of meaning, peace, and joy. 1. Control what you can, accept what you can't. One of the most empowering teachings of Stoicism is the distinction between what is in our control and what is not. This idea is central to building a peaceful, resilient mindset. The Stoic philosopher Epictetus famously said, "We cannot choose our external circumstances, but we can always choose how we respond to them." In other words, while we cannot control the actions of others, the weather, or the outcome of many situations, we always have the power to decide how we react. This insight is incredibly freeing. When we focus only on what we can control, our thoughts, actions, and attitudes, we can let go of the unnecessary stress and frustration that comes from trying to control the uncontrollable. By accepting that some things are beyond our influence, we free ourselves from the need to resist or manipulate them. Moreover, by recognizing what is beyond our control, we also shift our perspective on challenges. Instead of viewing them as setbacks or failures, Stoicism encourages us to reframe these challenges as opportunities for growth. Every obstacle we face can become a chance to practice resilience, patience, and wisdom. Marcus Aurelius, one of the most revered Stoic philosophers, wrote, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." This powerful statement reminds us that obstacles and challenges are not just hurdles to overcome, but valuable opportunities to improve our character and deepen our understanding of ourselves. When we change how we view adversity, it becomes a tool for personal development rather than something to fear or avoid. Focus on your response. When facing challenges, pause and reflect on how you can control your reaction. Practice staying calm and composed, no matter what happens around you. Accept what's beyond your control. Acknowledge the limits of your influence. Release any attachment to outcomes you can't control, and focus instead on the actions you can take. Reframe obstacles. Whenever you encounter a setback, shift your mindset. Ask yourself, what can I learn from this? And how can this challenge help me grow? Turn each challenge into a lesson for self-improvement. By embracing this Stoic mindset and reframing challenges as opportunities, you'll not only reduce stress and anxiety, but also cultivate a profound sense of resilience. Life's challenges are not obstacles meant to defeat you, they're there to teach you and help you grow. 2. Practice gratitude and contentment. In the pursuit of happiness, we often look outward, seeking more possessions, achievements, or validation from others. However, Stoicism teaches that true fulfillment comes not from accumulating external things, but from cultivating an inner sense of gratitude and contentment with what we already have. The Stoic philosopher Seneca once said, "A man is rich not because of what he possesses, but because of what he can do without." This powerful statement reminds us that contentment is a state of mind, not a result of external conditions. Gratitude is the cornerstone of contentment. When we practice gratitude, we shift our focus away from what we lack and turn our attention to what we already have. This mindset change allows us to feel more abundant, even in the face of hardship. Rather than wishing for more, we start appreciating the small, often overlooked blessings in our lives, such as our health, relationships, and simple joys. Incorporating gratitude into our daily routine doesn't have to be complicated. It can be as simple as taking a moment each day to reflect on the things you're thankful for, whether it's the beauty of nature, the support of loved ones, or your ability to learn and grow. As you make gratitude a habit, you'll notice a shift in your perspective, challenges feel less overwhelming, and you're able to find peace in the present moment. Alongside gratitude, the practice of regularly reflecting on our lives and actions is another key Stoic tool for fostering contentment. By taking time to evaluate whether we are living in alignment with our values, we gain clarity on what truly matters. Marcus Aurelius, in his Meditations, frequently reflected on his thoughts, behaviors, and emotions, which helped him stay grounded and focused on the bigger picture. This process of self-reflection allows us to become more aware of our thoughts, choices, and motivations. It serves as a reminder that happiness doesn't come from external circumstances but from living in harmony with our inner principles. By reviewing our day and actions, we can make necessary adjustments to ensure we're living a more intentional, fulfilling life. When we reflect on our day, we can ask ourselves, did I live in accordance with my values today? Was I grateful for what I have, or did I focus on what I lack? What could I have done differently to improve my mindset or actions? Cultivating gratitude means setting aside time each day to reflect on the things you're thankful for, no matter how small. This can be done through journaling or simply pausing to appreciate the present moment. Embracing contentment involves practicing accepting things as they are, focusing on making the most of what you have rather than constantly striving for more. Making self-reflection a habit means taking a few minutes at the end of each day to review your actions, thoughts, and emotions, considering how well you aligned with your Stoic principles and what you can do better tomorrow. By integrating gratitude, contentment, and self-reflection into your life, you'll develop a profound sense of inner peace and satisfaction. These practices help shift the focus from external desires to internal fulfillment, leading to a more balanced, joyful existence. 3. Pursue virtue, not pleasure. One of the core teachings of Stoicism is the idea that true happiness is not found in the pursuit of fleeting pleasures, but in the cultivation of virtue. The Stoics believed that living virtuously, through wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance, was the only way to achieve lasting fulfillment. Pleasure, in their view, is an external and often unreliable source of happiness, as it can be fleeting and dependent on circumstances beyond our control. Therefore, rather than chasing after pleasure, Stoicism encourages us to focus on becoming the best version of ourselves, rooted in ethical and moral excellence. Living virtuously means making decisions that align with our values and principles, regardless of external pressures or temptations. This commitment to virtue empowers us to navigate life's challenges with grace, knowing that our true satisfaction comes from within, not from external validation or momentary indulgences. At the same time, the Stoics emphasized the importance of living in harmony with nature, which means recognizing and accepting the natural order of the world. This includes understanding the limits of our control and accepting the flow of life as it is. Just as we cannot control the seasons or the tides, we cannot control everything in our lives, but we can align ourselves with nature's rhythm by embracing its inherent simplicity and accepting what it offers us. When we live in harmony with nature, we come to terms with our place in the world and realize that peace comes from accepting the way things are, rather than constantly striving to change or manipulate our surroundings. This mindset allows us to remain calm and content, no matter what external circumstances we face. In this process, it's essential to prioritize virtue by focusing on cultivating wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance in all aspects of your life, allowing your actions to reflect your values and principles. At the same time, you must let go of external validation, shifting your focus from seeking fleeting pleasures or approval from others, and instead, live in alignment with your own inner standards. By doing so, you can embrace acceptance, acknowledging the things you cannot change, embracing life as it unfolds, and aligning your actions with the natural order, accepting both the highs and the lows. By pursuing virtue and living in harmony with nature, you will find peace in knowing that your happiness is not contingent upon external rewards or pleasures, but rooted in your ability to live with integrity and balance with the world around you. 4. Cultivate inner peace through mindfulness. In a world full of distractions and constant noise, cultivating inner peace is essential for maintaining a calm and focused mind. Stoicism offers powerful tools for achieving this, particularly through mindfulness. Mindfulness in Stoic philosophy involves staying present, fully aware of our thoughts, actions, and emotions, and aligning them with our values and principles. It's about observing what arises within us without judgment, and then choosing our responses deliberately, rather than reacting impulsively to external stimuli. A key part of mindfulness in Stoicism is practicing the dichotomy of control, the understanding that some things are within our control, while others are not. By accepting this distinction, we can focus our mental and emotional energy on the things we can influence, such as our thoughts, decisions, and reactions, while letting go of attachment to things beyond our control, such as other people's actions or the outcomes of our efforts. This shift in mindset allows us to reduce anxiety and stress, creating space for inner peace. When we practice mindfulness with the dichotomy of control in mind, we stop wasting energy on things that do not serve us. Instead of stressing over outcomes, we focus on making the right decisions in the present moment, knowing that we can't control everything that happens. This brings us a sense of tranquility because we are no longer fighting against the flow of life. To fully embrace this practice, stay present by focusing on the here and now, acknowledging your thoughts and emotions without letting them control you. Once you cultivate presence, let go of what's beyond your control by accepting that certain things are outside your influence, freeing yourself from unnecessary stress and frustration. As you move forward, respond mindfully by pausing before reacting. Taking a moment to consider your response ensures it aligns with your values and brings peace to both yourself and others. By integrating mindfulness and the dichotomy of control into your daily life, you'll cultivate a deeper sense of inner peace, helping you stay grounded no matter what challenges come your way. 5. Cultivate compassion and empathy. Stoicism is often seen as a philosophy of inner strength and resilience, but it also emphasizes the importance of compassion and empathy. These qualities are essential for building meaningful connections with others and living a life that reflects our shared humanity. The Stoics believed that cultivating empathy, understanding and sharing in the feelings of others, was a vital aspect of living a virtuous life. It encourages us to move beyond our own perspective and recognize the struggles and experiences of those around us. At the same time, Stoicism teaches us to accept death as a natural part of life. This acceptance is not meant to lead to despair, but to a deeper appreciation for the time we have. By recognizing the inevitability of death, we can live more fully, focusing on what truly matters, our relationships, our actions, and our capacity to show kindness. Embracing death as a natural process helps us avoid living in fear and allows us to focus on the present moment with a sense of urgency and purpose. When we cultivate compassion and empathy, we not only enhance our relationships but also foster a more peaceful and harmonious world. By accepting the impermanence of life and prioritizing our connections with others, we open ourselves to experiencing deeper joy and fulfillment. To begin, practice empathy by taking the time to listen to others and truly understand their feelings, recognizing their experiences and building stronger, more supportive relationships. From there, live with acceptance by acknowledging that death is a part of life, and let this understanding guide you in living with intention and gratitude, making the most of the time you have. Lastly, as you embrace life with acceptance, show compassion by seeking opportunities to help others, whether through a kind word, an act of service, or simply offering your presence during times of need. By embracing compassion, empathy, and the acceptance of death, you'll not only foster deeper connections with others but also enrich your own life, living with greater purpose, mindfulness, and appreciation. As we reflect on these Stoic principles, remember that true joy comes not from fleeting pleasures or external validation, but from living in alignment with virtue, mindfulness, and compassion. By practicing these teachings, you can navigate life with greater purpose, resilience, and inner peace. If this resonates with you, take a moment to reflect on how you can integrate these Stoic practices into your daily life. And if you found value in this content, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it with those who could benefit. Join us again as we continue exploring the timeless wisdom of Stoicism and its power to transform our lives. Until next time, stay focused, stay virtuous, and keep cultivating a life of true fulfillment.